There's a garden called Gethsemane, where the Son of God knelt down and the weight of the world pressed so hard against his flesh that his sweat turned to blood. He could have walked away. He had 12 legions of angels on standby, but he stayed, not because he had to, because he chose to. That's the standard. Luke 22:44, his sweat fell like blood to the ground. The disciples were sleeping while the Savior was bleeding out loud. No crowd, no applause, no camera to capture the cost. Just the Son and his Father in the dark, counting everything lost. The cup in front of him was full of every sin I commit, every lie I ever tell, every throne I never submit. And he drank it not because the pain wasn't real, but because the love was louder than everything he had to feel. So when I'm on the floor and my body's giving out, and the weight above my chest is filling everything with doubt, I think about the garden where he pressed his face to clay and said, not my will but yours, and meant every word he prayed. Matthew 26:39, the greatest prayer ever spoken. Not a prayer of comfort, it was a prayer of the broken. A prayer that said, I'm terrified, but I trust you more than fear. The sweat was blood by now, and still he stayed right there.
Blood and sweat in the garden.
He paid it all, before the cross, before the nails, before the fall.
Blood and sweat in the garden.
He stayed the course, so every drop I leave in here connects me to the source.
Gethsemane,
where obedience bled,
Gethsemane,
where he bowed his head,
Gethsemane,
where the price was set. Every rep I push is my answer
to that
debt. Isaiah 53, a man of sorrows, well acquainted with the grief that breaks you down until your vision's painted, with the kind of dark that doesn't lift unless you trust the dawn. He was wounded for my failures and he still kept going on. Philippians 2:8, obedient all the way to death. He didn't tap out at the hard part, he gave his final breath. So I don't get to tap out when the training gets severe, when the muscle tears and mends, it's his voice I need to hear. Romans 8:17, if I share in his suffering, I share in his glory. That's not nothing, that's everything. The cross was not the ending, it was the door swung wide. And every moment I push through the pain, I step inside. Hebrews 12:2, for the joy set before him he endured. So when the joy feels far away, I hold on to what he secured. Galatians 2:20, I've been crucified with Christ, not my will but his. That's the sacrifice I prize. He paid it all, before the cross, before the nails, before the fall.
blood and sweat in the garden.
He stayed the course, so every drop I leave in here connects me to the source.
Gethsemane,
Where obedience bled,
Gethsemane,
where he bowed his head,
Gethsemane,
where the price was set. Every rep I push is my answer. Hey, 2 Corinthians 4:17, light and momentary trouble, achieving for me glory that is far beyond the rubble. So I reframe every drop of sweat and seed into the ground. What looks like loss inside this gym is where the gain is found. He could have called the angels down and ended all the pain, but the garden was the threshold and he walked through it in rain. So I walk through my Gethsemane, whatever name it wears, because the one who stayed the course is with me in my prayer.
blood and sweat in the garden.
He paid it all, before the cross, before the nails, before the fall.
Blood and sweat in the garden.
He stayed the course, so every drop I leave in here connects me to the source.
Gethsemane,
Where obedience bled,
Gethsemane,
where he bowed his head, yeah.
Gethsemane,
Where the price was set. Every rep I push is my answer
to that debt.
You think your sacrifice is too much? He sweat blood in the garden with the weight of every human failure. pressing down on his chest. And he said, "Not my will, but yours. That's what it means to finish. That's what it costs to win. Now get back up."